going on? I've been just chilling, doing nothing. Actually, I've been working. Nothing too extravagant though, so I haven't been taking any videos. It's nice to take a break and do nothing. We're gonna grab this blue tank here. It's just gonna put some dope on the threads down there. It's like, takes a vacation, doesn't make any videos, and the first video back he's making videos about 400s. We're going to a coal mine, but we're going actually to the power plant, so that's kind of, that'll be sweet. Depending on where we get to go, it's Genesee power plant, so I haven't been to that one yet. Drive by it often. It's that would be west of Edmonton on, it's at the far, is it the east end of Wabamun Lake or the west end of Wabamun Lake? I know there's another one in there by Dufferin too, but this one is on Highway 770, which is the Genesee Highway, which runs right from where 43 meets 16 if you were to just kind of shoot straight off on that little road and then get on 770, and then that goes all the way over, crosses the river, comes up the other side, and then that's kind of Genesee. I was out there the other day. I could see the, must be drag lines still, because I can see the structure in the air with all the lights. It looks like just like a crown of a derrick sideways, and I seen the lights in the night. If I would have time-lapsed it, I would have seen it going like this, but I didn't because I was doing other things. But I seen the lights. We just went out and picked up water rails the other day, so nothing too glamorous. And yeah, so they're still digging for coal out there, making power. It'd be nice to be able to go to, I think they have a little bit of a museum out there, but of course you can't get in there with truck and trailer. Maybe we'll see some big equipment again today, who knows. A lot of coal mine action this last year, which is nice. I like getting into the mines, getting out in the mountains, getting on top of that mountain. Don't like to see the destruction of getting the coal. There's a documentary I should insert, I probably already did once before. Mountaintop removal, coal mining. It was a pretty good documentary actually. It was take place in the States where they stop at nothing. It's not cocaine, it's cold outside. My nose is running and it's not COVID. Guys be getting some fluids here. We'll load this tank and a filter and some planks of course, and then we'll get going. I'll be waiting for filter box. And put that right there on that there neck. And then away we go. Stand by. It's all messy. Target acquired. Filter box snagged. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your grandma to watch it. If you've got a grandpa, tell him to watch it. Get your little sister to watch it, whatever. Kids love watching YouTube over and over and over and over. Just let it play all day. Be good for it. Subscriber count is at a dismal all-time low. I was paying for AdSense to run ads, and then as soon as I stopped doing that because I didn't see a difference, it went down even worse. It's like Google's torturing me slowly. Absolutely have no idea where I'm going. I phone them. It's kind of brief. Back in the coal. What if that was where I was supposed to go? It's left and left. This is the big Genesee power plant. he's like, yeah, we're cutting back on all the coal plants, and we'll be shutting them down for greener Alberta. Yeah, well, they're all still going, so if you believe any of that, Razap. I wonder if I can get up there. There's a viewpoint up there. There's an old rock truck up there. And then they might have a few things. I didn't see any drag line action. Well, I've seen the two out in the field that are working, but I do believe that's the maintenance shop on that side. There's a couple rock trucks over there, some scrap bits over there, a couple rock trucks down there on that side. I seen one drag link working this side, and then I seen one drag link working this side over here. There was actually a time when I came down here and the road was closed. They're like, sorry, road closed, you must take bypass. I'm like, what, road closed? They're like, yeah, they're walking the drag link across the road, so you can see where they walk it across the road. So I don't know how big these units are. If that's the road to get up there, I'm gonna ask the guy, I'm like, do you think I could like drive up there and turn around, or I'll walk up there? I'd walk up there just to check it out, because you know I'm all about making cool content. So yeah, I better phone the guy and get the lowdown here, and we'll get going on getting this unloaded and get doing something else, going back to town. I got
A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. So he loses touch with reality and lives in a world of illusions. By thoughts, I mean specifically chatter in the skull, perpetual and compulsive repetition of words, of reckoning and calculating. I'm not saying that thinking is bad. Like everything else, is useful in moderation. A good servant, but a bad master. And all so-called civilized peoples have increasingly become crazy and self-destructive because through excessive thinking they have lost touch with reality. That's to say, we confuse science with the real world.
This is the beginning of meditation.
Most of us would have rather money than tangible wealth, and a great occasion is somehow spoiled for us unless photographed. And to read about it the next day in the newspaper is oddly more fun for us than the original event. This is a disaster, for as a result of confusing the real world of nature with mere signs, we are destroying nature. We are so tied up in our minds that we've lost our senses. Time to wake up. What is reality? Obviously, no one can say, because it isn't words. It isn't material, that's just an idea. Reality is
trying to put you down. It's an expression of you as you are. One must live. We need to survive, to go on. We must go on.
it off! Yeah, can I have a tour? I want a tour of the meat and potatoes of this joint. Oh, where's the tagline? One-way traffic, do not enter. Oh, only 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Pay attention. What is rattling down here? I want to blow this fucking thing up. I'll just hold it, just to make sure. So that's where the ash comes out, and it's coal storage is over there. I imagine these are the two burners. Well, what do I know? I don't know anything. Just making suggestions. Yeah, doing big upgrades, so it looks like they're getting ready to close this down, for sure. Thank you.
So then let's consider first of all, what is a mind in the grip of vicious circles? Well, one of the most obvious instances that we all know is the phenomenon of worry. The doctor tells you that you have to have an operation. And that has been set up so that automatically everybody worries about it. But since worrying takes away your appetite and your sleep, it's not good for you. But you can't stop worrying, and therefore you get additionally worried that you are worrying. And then, furthermore, because that is quite absurd and you're mad at yourself because you do it, you are worried because you worry because you worry. That is a vicious circle. So now, can you allow your mind to be quiet? Isn't it difficult? Because the mind seems to be like a monkey, jumping up and down and jabbering all the time. Once you've learned to think, you can't stop. And an enormous number of people devote their lives to keeping their minds busy and feel extremely uncomfortable with silence. When you're alone, nobody's saying anything, there's nothing to do. There's this worry, this lack of distraction. I'm left alone with myself, and I want to get away from myself. I'm always wanting to get away from myself. That's why I go to the movies, that's why I read mystery stories, that's why I go after girls or anything that you do, or get drunk or whatever. I don't want to be with myself. I feel queer. So, well, why do you want to run away from yourself? What's so bad about it? Why do you want to forget this? Why do you want to become absorbed? Because you are addicted to thoughts. This is a drug, a real dangerous one. Compulsive thinking, going on and on and on and on and on all the time. It's a habit. So there's a difficulty about stopping that activity. And you really have to stop it if you want to be sane. Because if I talk all the time, I don't hear what anyone else has to say. Then I'll end up in the situation of having nothing to talk about but my own talking. Or so in exactly the same way, if I think all the time, I won't have anything to think about except thoughts. So in order to have something to think about, there are times when you simply must stop thinking. Well, how do you do that? The first rule is don't try to. Because if you do, you will be like someone trying to make rough water smooth with a flat iron. And all that will do will stir it up. So, in the same way as a muddy, turbulent pool quiets itself when left alone, you have to know how to leave your mind alone. It will quiet itself.
Mute the noise. And pause the repetitive choice to copy and paste until you find your voice, and let that candle burn bright like it once did when you started, before the shadows crept in, and that special thing you guarded took shape. And it looked much like the others because you were afraid of the person they'd uncover, so you listened. You listened. And you held on to those words like, can you really make a living? Are you really sure? So you just stopped creating. You stopped dead in your tracks. You placed the pin somewhere else and you found a new map and life seemed okay. Well, maybe they were right. And you weren't born for a life to burn the candle at night. But here's the secret, are you ready for it? The darkness craves your light. A creative life is worth living. Don't walk away from that fight, because nothing good comes easy. And really, the mountain is you. This is purpose over passion. All your dreams can come true, because when you create, you move. And you make this world a bit brighter. With every stroke of the brush or the click of the shutter is a chance to present a new perspective. Because isn't that what art does? It delivers a message. And I know you have something to say. Don't do this world a disgrace, and don't carry it to the grave. Because what if the person you looked up to was you? You were not a machine, and you were more than your work. And you have the power. It's always been there. Life can be a grand adventure, be a tornado that tears. And this is for the artists, the ones too scared to post, the bedroom creators who keep their cards close. And don't let this be another video. Put action to these words and bring life to this life. This world is waiting for you. Mute the noise.
Home sweet home. It's like the reels. I thought they were going out today. I guess they didn't go out. Not a lot going on. But he's here. I don't see a new truck sitting here for me yet. The blow-by situation is getting pretty bad. The boss asked me, what do we do about the blow-by? Nothing. Rebuild the engine. It's wore out. It's toast. Where I think we've only had it for, I don't even know if I put 100,000 K on it. Maybe, just. So it's pretty expensive, and then have to, anytime you buy a used truck, you're going to have to get a new engine put into it right away anyways. It's rare. If you buy a Cat, you might get away with it. I'm sure we could like keep going with the blow-by for quite a while, because we put a new head, new cam, and it wasn't that bad last winter, and all this summer it wasn't too bad until just all of a sudden, boom. It's like pretty bad. So I would like to get the proper motor put back in this truck, but I don't know what that all entails, how much customizing there is on the firewall with the harness with this 2002 engine. If you can just like, I'm sure you have to rewire the cab ECM to match up with the newer engine. I don't know if that's just a couple bits you need, like an ECM and an ECU and cab engine management. Some of this stuff is there, but I'm sure it's butchered a little bit, so it would take some time. It'd be better off just to buy a brand new truck. But I want a custom build, tailoring Texas bed needs, and I want that wheel to slide all the way to the back. I got a guy. It will only cost you $160,000 to get it built, on top of the $250,000 truck. That's not too bad. It's probably like an extra $40,000 than if you were to go down there to Camex now brand and just be like, here, I want to buy this truck that kind of works. You will end up with a new truck that's basically the same as what I got. It works, but it doesn't work at everything. Like, I struggle. Like, I want to be able to pull wheels. I miss pulling wheels. I'm like, give me a sow, or give me a truck that can pull wheels. I need one or the other, and so far I got neither. Very minimal sow work. If there was some stuff shooting off around here, then the sow would probably come back. Like if West of Rocky was firing up or something out there where it was always something going on. It just seems like all the action is the nets and nuts, so that's why it's there. So okay, paperwork at home. See you on the next one. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your grandma. Watch it. Tell her to share it with all her friends in the homes. Be like, man, you gotta watch this guy. Just kidding. I don't know what to say at times, so I just say stuff. Don't take it to heart. See you on the next one.